evening and welcome to Progress Diary, where you get news and updates on developments in the All Progressives Congress. I am Habidah Lawal. Now, the chairman of the All Progressives Congress Caretaker Committee in Rivers State, Tony Okocha, has revealed that the former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has warned the party leadership against inviting him to any party activities. He disclosed this during a press conference in Abuja, saying the former governor has remained incommunicado since the last presidential election. On the insinuation that the loyalty of the leadership of the party in the state is to the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Okocha described it as the work of mischief makers.
I was Chief of Staff to Right Honorable TVC News On, the second tenor. I'm not able to answer. You recall that at some point he got into law school, and for the 1 year in law school, he became incommunicado. You're also aware that at some point after the presidential primary election, he also decided to disappear into thin air. So whether he's party member or not, I wouldn't know. But all the meetings we called, I'll give you an instance, this particular meeting we called for former governors and all that, he sent a message to the secretary of the party and warned him that he should never, ever dare sending him message about the party. So should we go to his house and pack him? So let him, when you meet him, ask him where he belongs. For me, I do not know.
The APC Governors Forum have called for calm and understanding from citizens as the federal government continues to work to deliver on good governance. The governors are appealing to organizers of protests to embrace roundtable dialogue. It says the administration of President Bola Tinubu is determined to ensure that the current economic challenges are resolved. The meeting also discussed the improvement of the agricultural sector at the state level to tackle food security.
Are very committed to the support we are giving to President Bola Tinubu, our president and the leader of our party, and the support of all his policies, economic policies, and all the reforms he has embarked on. And we would do the opportunity also to agree to explain to the larger Nigerians that this government is doing well. We have looked at the various policies of this government, and we acknowledge the teething problems associated with the initial stage of the programs, and agree that because we are very hopeful that it is also the solution to the current problems and the economic hardship that has been befalling our country, in a very short time, we are confident that the situation will be restored, prosperity will at least come at the end of the day. We will use this opportunity also to advise our young boys and girls, our young men and women, to desist from being instigated into causing crisis or chaos in the country. Already Nigerians have suffered enough. The global economic recession, the insecurity in Nigeria, the political tension occasioned by instigations and campaign of calumny by opposition parties, the social media attack on various policies of government. We want to advise for the interest of the country and as a show of patriotism. Our citizens must take ownership of this country because we have no other country we can call our own outside Nigeria. So we think that it is not wise at this moment for any demonstration by any group of persons, be it in whatever guise, so that we can manage the challenge of insecurity, the challenge of national minimum wage, the challenge of food security, and then the struggle to come out of the current economic recession. I think we are all working hard. It has to be a collective effort so that Nigeria will be better off for it.
The All Progressives Congress has passionately appealed to those who are planning to protest to shelve their plans and have confidence and belief in the government to address most of the economic challenges facing the nation. APC National Working Committee made the appeal in a resolution at its 153rd meeting held in Abuja and presented by the party's National Secretary, Ajibola Bashiru, on Wednesday. The governing party said the government was gradually implementing programs and policies that would in the nearest future bring succor and relief to the citizens.
Join our president, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to passionately appeal to all Nigerians, including those who are planning the protest, to shelve their plans and have confidence and believe that the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is working hard to address most of the economic challenges facing the nation, and that development and progress can only come in an atmosphere of peace and tranquility. The efforts of the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to bring development to the country, revitalize the economy, and change the dynamics of our economy can only be brought to fruition when we have atmosphere of peace and support from the members of the public.
This week, we had an interview with the APC Caretaker Committee Chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, Mr. Tony Okocha, talking about happenings and recent developments of the APC in Rivers State.
Welcome to the interview segment of Progress Diary. Today I'll be speaking with Mr. Tony Okocha, who is the Caretaker Committee Chairman of Rivers State APC. You're welcome, sir. So the crisis in Rivers State, what is the concern of APC, especially as the crisis has been between the State House of Assembly and Governor Siminalayi Fubara? What is the concern of APC for the people of Rivers State?
Okay, what we have said, and I'd like to repeat, that the political crisis in Rivers State is an intra-party matter. It's PDP versus PDP. And in fact, it has gone to a crescendo where some of us note that it is now a battle between Governor Siminalayi Fubara versus Governor Siminalayi Fubara. So that's what it is. But our concern is that as a party in the opposition of the state, we will not sit idly by and watch the state run aground. The leadership in the state is rudderless, it's fearless, and we will be failing in our duties if we refuse to speak up. We are the voice of the voiceless in the society, so they depend on us to be able to see how we are writing the law. Check the whole history. There is no APC fighting PDP, as it were. Ours is as much as possible to espouse logical criticisms, not based on any kind of sentiment. Right? Because even that the government has been doing, it's not doing. And partly is the reason that he brought upon himself. The crisis in the state is self-inflicted. I can take you back to the history of that battle. At least the time it came to the fore was the points when the edifice, the iconic edifice of the State House of Assembly, got burnt, or rather was burnt. It didn't just get burnt, it was burnt. And the governor walked majestically to the place, naturally he should, and saw the entire scenario, came back, mounted a rostrum, prepared for him in front of women and state, and was shouting that the assembly would have impeached him today. In other words, it was the fear of impeachment, of his impeachment at the hallowed chamber on that fateful day, that masterminded or that led him because I've accused the governor several that he was the mastermind of the iconic legislative complex. Okay. So it was the reason why he masterminded the point of the legislative complex was to stop the assembly from sitting so that he's not impeached. And I have reminded him that assembly does not inhere in buildings. Does not inhere in buildings. The assembly, what concerns an assembly, is the membership of the assembly. That's the reason why the law allows them to sit anywhere, provided they have the symbol of authority, which is the mace. So he tried that, and the other people started fighting back. So that's where we are today. And what do you think? In a chaotic environment, how do you think that development will thrive? You know, River State is backpedaling. That's a state of envy. It's a state of paragon, what a paragon of excellence. People come to mirror what is happening in the state and try to replicate in their states. But today, we are stagnating. Not even stagnating, we are retarded or backpedaling a second person. So that's the case in the state.
So the party called for local government election when the tenure of the former ones elapsed and it was rejected. Do you think that the state government seems to have compromised the state election body? Will the election be free, fair and credible?
Yes. On the 19th, I still have that date in my heart. 19th of January 2024. Under the Inter-Party Advisory Council, otherwise called IPAC, we visited with the RISEC, Rivers Independent Commission, on courtesy call. And of course, we know that the whole essence of SEC, so to speak, when I say RISEC, I'm particularizing the whole essence of SEC is to do one business. That business is conduct local government. They have no other function in law. So we visited with the chairman and his colleagues in their office. And the chairman of IPAC, Honorable Erod Chukwemeka, DSS Advice, who is the chairman of the PDP, took on the chairman, said to the chairman, but we congratulate you, we are company with ourselves to you. The next other issue we need to raise with you is the issue of conduct of local government election. And the chairman, when it was installed to speak, responded to say that he was ready. That if we get the enablement now, that the next 1 week he will set the process on, and we were all happy. But he had remembered that he begged us that we should try to get the governor's attention so that some money should be given to the commission and they can plan. So from thence, we started hammering on radio or television, join the governor's attention to assist, to fund the RISEC for the economic election. Now, we were within the time frame because the state has it, like every other state, not a banana republic. There are laws. The law of the state says that 3 months to the expiration of the incumbent, election should be, the local election, the processes should be put in place. And at 21 days within that 3 months should be local government election. Now the other 3 months the issue is we set up timetable, stakeholders meeting, and all of those. So when we made the case on the 19th of January, the government was still well within time. But the issue is still. He waited for the council, the tenure of the council chairman to elapse for him to appoint the caretaker committee. Thank God Supreme Court has said that that nomenclature is an aberration of the law. Right? Now, having done that, the question to ask is, under which law will the local government election now hold? Because that which was provided for the constitutional law has been violated. Second, where is the budget? Which budget? The way the Rivers has no budget, and it's a matter that has been back and forth. In fact, they even got to Mr. President, where Mr. President, in his wisdom, directed the governor to go and present the budget to a legitimate assembly led by Right Honorable Martin Stick. He hasn't done that. Now he waited for the tenure of the chairman to expire so that he appoints his cronies into the councils. And then it is at that point he may have released money to the University Independent Electoral Commission. Then they already started on a very wrong footing. They showed their hands too early. They showed their hands too early by saying, look, how can you set up a stakeholders meeting of political parties to announce to them, or to say, okay, let's discuss the election, and you don't invite the main opposition, the APC, because they know that we're critical of everything they do. They know that would have raised the issue of budget, would have raised the issue of illegality. Because for you to even conduct election again, you need to get the assembly to come and amend the law. They knew that we were going to be critical about all this. So they refused to invite us to it. And only for you, the RISIEC, to now ram down our throats a directive saying that the elections will be held on the 5th of October behind us. So without it smelling the right, we will know the processes. Okay, so that which you know, you won't deliberately work with tongues. You know that there are tongues there. You deliberately work. Then you are the same person. Okay, so because we are a law-abiding political party, we haven't taken the law into our hands. Then what we can do is talk to Nigerians, talk to the world, television, we were gone ahead of that to get an order from the Federal High Court sitting here in Abuja to stop the election, because we cannot be sure of what's the end. Because we know what the end is going to be. Because see how they started. It means, of course, too, that having started with removing APC, disenfranchising us from the process. It means, of course, that even sometimes when my field candidates, they say the candidates were never fielded. So we are in court. And what we are seeking the court to do is to establish what is proper. The moment the court is able to say this is proper, we will go to the field and have the number to surmount a PDP that is standing on 3 legs. But even the governor himself has said that he has no respect for the party in the state, for the party. That what he relies on now is what they call the movement. So they are on their own, diametrically opposed to themselves, they are fighting themselves. It's a case of a house that is divided against itself. We are united.
Now, in view of the fears expressed for the local government election in Rivers State, what other options do you think can be explored to elect grassroots leaders in Rivers State?
Well, I think the National Assembly is up and about. They are living up to their opinion on the matter. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Any local government election conducted by State Independent Electoral Commission will go 100% the way of the serving government of that state. And I have made these revelations over time. I need to see a local government that the leadership is coming from or comes from another party other than the government's party. Even to the grassroots, the councillorship. I just need one. And I gave instance. I said, well, you had concluded all PDP, because the government is PDP, is a PDP state. A boy, few days ago, concluded the government is APC. Everybody there that won the whole election. APC. Bauchi, PDP, everybody there is PDP. So, is that the kind of democracy we're talking about? The president, in his wisdom, don't forget that he's an experienced politician. By the reason of the judgment of the Court of the Supreme Court and local government, had deliberately taken away power from an infinitesimal minority. Because the CF, as it is the case of he who pays the piper, he pays the tune. They are the beck and call of the governors who have appointed them. You must do their bidding. That's what it is, and that's why it is going the way it is going. Okay? So, thank God that the National Assembly are taking the cue and have initiated a bill that has passed first reading. But believing God that by this week, by this week, maybe the second reading, that bill will come. That bill suggests or takes away the powers of election into local government from the states to somewhat independent commission, local government election something commission. That's what they are. That's what is going on now. And until that, we get that, it's still going to be selectocracy at the level of the government, and it is always at the beck and call of the government. There is no democracy at that level. The president wants full-blown democracy. The way to participate is that an independent body organizes the election so that every Tom, Dick, and Harry will go and test their popularity. Our people will vote. It's no longer about writing results and giving handouts. People are quarreling that I said that. I didn't say that as APC chairman. It's a point people should note. I said that as the leader and chairman of a group called G23 Movement in River State. And I said clearly that, look, this is a confession. This is my confession. I conducted election as chief of staff. Yes, the court, Federal High Court, dissolved the election. Because in that election, every other person, 319 wards, the councillors were APC. 23 local governments, the chairman were APC. Then the court, in its wisdom, said that the situations there were flawed, and they solved it. And we couldn't have it. There was no appeal. So we need a system that will be transparent, a system that will be free for people to participate.
And that is all on the program this week. Don't forget to always follow this program to keep tabs on the activities in Nigeria's governing party, the APC. I am Habidah Lawal. See you next week.